Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable the podcast. It is Wednesday, June the 25th. And there's our friend Katie over there. Katie, say hello to everybody. Katie. So much for listening to me, huh? Oh my God, that dog is wrapped around my little finger there. Katie, there she is. Hello there. All right, we got a packed show. And for the 20 minutes I'm going to be with you today, it's packed. You're never going to find more entertainment for your buck. It's free than this 20 minutes. We inform you, we inspire you, and we entertain you. So what else can you ask for, right? It is June 25th, and happy birthday to the one and only June Lockhart, that lady who played Lassie's mom on the TV show. When I was growing up, I used to watch it every week. I think it used to come on Sunday nights. And you'd always have Lassie, the mom, and Timmy. Timmy was the little boy, the friend. And they always got into trouble every week. Oh, Timmy fell down the well, or Timmy sprained his ankle out in the woods, and there was a rattlesnake there. Lassie would come get Judy Lockhart and say, "Woof, woof, woof, let's go," and save Timmy every single week. Judy Lockhart was also the mom. She played the mom on Lost in Space. Remember Lost in Space? What a great TV show. Lost in Space. Will Robinson, Danger Will Robinson, and the robot, and Dr. Smith, the sinister Dr. Smith. And you had the family there, and you had Billy Mummy playing the little guy, the little kid. You remember Billy Mummy? He was in that famous Twilight Zone episode. It's a Good Life. Well, you're a bad man. You're a very bad man. Yeah. Yes. But Lost in Space, another classic TV show, middle to late 60s. Judy Lockhart, God bless her, was on that show. So today, happy 100th birthday to one and only June Lockhart. I'm sure she's out there watching me. What else does she have to do? I don't know. So happy birthday, Miss Lockhart. Thank you for all the entertainment news. So did you hear about this sad thing that Bobby Sherman, the teen idol of all teen idols, died yesterday, 81 years old, had cancer, kidney cancer. I tell you what, I wasn't into his music, but I remember him very well. And the thing is, he brought a lot of joy and happiness into people's lives. And he was this good looking, I gotta say it. Hey, I'm straight, but I'll say it. He was a good looking man, a good looking man. And he was on that TV show, Shindig, yeah, where they all danced around there in the 60s. He was on American Bandstand a lot with Dick Clark. And he had his own show called Here Come the Brides with David Soul. Remember David Soul, who went on to play Starsky and Hutch and Starsky and Hutch? He was on that show. It was about these loggers, this family, they're loggers. I mean, the two brothers looking for wives. It was sort of a offshoot of that Broadway play, Seven Brides from Seven Brothers. Well, they made it into Here Comes the Brides, and Bobby Sherman was on that show. And then he did a party. He was at a party in Hollywood, middle 60s. For some reason, they asked him to get up and sing. I don't know why. Word got around in the party, maybe with the hors d'oeuvres that, hey, this guy can sing. Let's sing. That's what people used to do back in the day. They would just say, oh, we're having a party. Where's the pizza rolls? Oh, get up and sing. Yeah, they didn't have very much entertainment back then. So, Bobby Sherman got up and sang, and all of a sudden, he found himself with a record deal. And by the late 60s, he was plastered all over the teen magazines, Tiger Beat, 16, all over the place, his face. I mean, it's fair to say, for a few years, Bobby Sherman was one of the most photographed people in the world. And he was around the David Cassidy time, and the Monkees, Davy Jones, that you know. But he had quite a few songs, but only four of them really hit the charts here in the States. And as far as the entertainment value of this program, I am now going to sing you little snippets of Bobby Sherman's greatest hits. This again is Bobby Sherman's greatest hits. Clear my throat. And I'm going to entertain you now by singing his little snippets of his greatest hits here. Bobby Sherman, this one's for you. Hey, little woman, please make up your mind. You've got to come into my world, leave your world behind. La 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 la. He was very big in la la la. Come into my world, leave your world behind. I don't know why. Why can't they have both worlds? Why does she have to leave her world behind and come into his world? The songwriting back then wasn't too good. Yeah, it makes sense. All right, and he also sang, Julie, 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 do you know me? Julie, 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 do you care? Julie, Julie, are you thinking of me? Julie, Julie, will you still be there? Now that's there. I have a problem with that too. Will you still be there? Where is there? He doesn't, he's not specific enough. Is there the kitchen? Is there the bedroom? Is there the standing on the corner? Where the hell is there? That's what I was looking at. And he also sang la 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 la. I told you, Billy la la. Come into my world. That was Little Woman. I'm getting like la 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 la. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. La 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 la. I'd be a wild and crazy guy if I were with you. Something like that, okay? I forgot the words, but big deal. Now, anyway, yeah, very much into La La La's. Catchy, catchy songs, and it drove the 10-year-old little girls wild, just wild. And then finally, the Bobby Sherman song that we all know and love. I'm taking this train out of the sun. Hey, da, 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 I was the one. Easy come, easy go. Hey, hey, hey. He did that a lot too. Hey. Anyway, Bobby Sherman, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Bobby Sherman. There go my notes. What the hell am I doing? Bobby Sherman, rest in peace. Now, I'll tell you what. If you leave this world, my friends, and you could say you brought joy and happiness to the world, that was a life worth living, wasn't it? If we could all say that, we made a difference in this world. We made somebody happy while we were around. That's the best compliment you could ever give anybody. Yeah, everybody says he was a very kind person. And it was a very, very refreshing. You never heard about Bobby Sherman being on dope, or like he was just this clean guy, clean bubblegum music, clean guy. So rest in peace there, Bobby Sherman. Okay, what else are we talking about too? Oh, well, you know what? June 25th it's a Beatles International Beatles Day. Now, this means that we celebrate the Beatles every day. I listen to the Beatles every single day. I can't say that I've gone one day since I was a kid that I haven't listened to at least one Beatles song, right? And, we still celebrate the Beatles. They are timeless. They will be timeless. even when Paul and Ringo are gone, God forbid that day happens, uh, the Beatles will live on. And, they have those biopics coming out in a couple of years. Those 4 movies, one the 4 Beatles. And that's going to be great. There's something every year. They remaster albums. And there's all that hidden, still a lot of video we haven't seen from recording sessions. And you just don't know what else is coming out. Every single year, the Beatles and their wives and whoever's controlling things around Christmas time put out something for the fans, right? So International Beatles Day. So that means everybody around the world, kumbaya, we should hold hands, link arm in arm, and sing like "Hey Jude, da 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 da, Hey Jude." The world would be a much brighter place, don't you think? Also on this day, June the 25th, 149 years ago, I remember it well. uh, Custer's last scene occurred today. Today it started and tomorrow, 25th, 26th. Custer's last scene. Now, this Custer guy, I find it fascinating. I haven't actually visited the site, the hill of Custer's last stand. I'd love to go see. I just find it fascinating. I've read a lot about it, and it seems like this Custer guy wasn't such a good guy. Let's put it mildly. He was kind of a jerk, and he thought he could bully the Indians and he could do whatever he wanted. And the Native American people back then said, no, we're going to take a stand, even if this is our last stand. We are taking a stand. You are not taking over the Black Hills of Dakota. This is our land, and how dare you come in and try to take it away from us, right? I mean, like you're living in your house right now, or your apartment, or wherever you're watching me from, and you're saying like somebody would come and take the apartment or the house or drag you and say, you can't live in this house anymore. No, that's not right. Well, that's what the California and the government tried to do to the Indians back then. So Custer got his. Yeah, there were like, 600 people, 600 soldiers in the 7th Cavalry up against like 3,000 Indians or something. It was like, whoa. He must have got up to the hill and he had to say, whoa, what did I get myself into here? Indians to the left of them, Indians to the right. It's stuck in the middle with you. That's what Custer was saying to his fellow soldiers as they were getting wiped out. Stuck in the middle with you. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Anyway, 149 years ago, 1876, Custer's last stand happened on this day. And they said it was very hot that day out there. You can just imagine what it was like with all that, the battle stuff. The battle itself apparently only lasted a few minutes. But, oh, God, here in Pennsylvania today, do you know something, my friends? Yesterday we got up to like 103 here, which is, it hasn't gotten that hot here in this part of Pennsylvania since 1941. I kid you not. 1941. Oh my God. Is this a taste of what summer is to bring? Holy shit. Oh God. Anyway, we're all holed up. We're lucky. The lucky ones have air conditioning fans. But it's just that the heat is supposed to break tomorrow, Friday. Thank God. But you gotta question the environment and the people talk about the heating, and when it's like this hot in June, and like since they've been keeping records, it's like the hottest it's ever been. Yikes, crikey. Woo, woo, woo. I tell you what else was going on yesterday. I wasn't here yesterday. I had other fish to fry, so to speak. But yesterday was UFO day. Now this is right, Katie. Now this is something. Have you ever seen a UFO? Have you really? I I can't say that I have. But then how would you know it was a UFO? I mean, some people see lights in the sky. Some people actually talk to aliens and are taken upon the spaceship and examined. You know, uh, I don't know. I don't know. Why would aliens be? What would they want with us? First of all, I mean that's pretty. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel, aren't they? I mean, gutter people, earthlings, gutter people. I mean, if aliens had the technology to zoom across the universe, light speed, you really think they're checking us out? Us? I don't know. But it is fascinating to I just like to read about it and stuff. I'm not thinking it's real. But UFOs are sort of like pro wrestling. You know it's not real, you know it's fake, but you like to watch it anyway because you're being entertained. Are you not being entertained? That famous line from Gladiator. Anyway, so UFOs, I don't know if you ever saw one before, but they're interesting to think about. Now, if they existed or do exist, you would think there was a secret file in the government. I don't think they exist because if anybody's gonna blow the whistle and not be able to keep a secret, it's Donald Trump. He would probably say, first day in the office, oh, there are UFOs. Anyway, so I don't know. I've never seen one, and but I do believe, my friends, the universe is so vast. You think about it, all the stars out there, planets, and everything. Uh, we have to be crazy not to believe that we are the only life in the whole solar system, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's got to be somebody else there. But yeah, I heard about what they're doing now. This satellite. Did you hear about this satellite? It's supposed to go around. There's an asteroid coming toward us. Like more that we need to have happen to us, right? Like we've had floods and fires, and we've had pandemics and locusts. And now apparently there's an asteroid coming toward us. Well, what they're doing is they set a spaceship up there that's supposed to circle around the sun, come back to us, and hook up with this asteroid in the year 2029. And actually, the spaceship is going to pull right behind the asteroid and sort of take pictures and get a good look at it. Apparently, this asteroid is like 148 miles long. Wow, that's a big one, isn't it? Woo. But this spaceship is supposed to dock with the asteroid. It's amazing what they do, isn't it? And because apparently this asteroid has a lot of core metal in it, like nickel and iron. And of course, without getting too technical and scientific, which is over my head anyway, uh, we can't look at our core of the Earth, but we can look at cores on other things like the moon and like asteroids. So they want to do all kinds of scientific crap on this. Anyway, look for that coming down the local highway in about 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years. What else? So we talked to you about our Beatles. I can talk Beatles. Um, think about it, friends. How much, even if you don't like the Beatles, they have touched your life somehow. You hear Beatle music in the elevators, in the supermarkets. Um, their music has touched our lives all through our life, right? I mean, I remember the Beatles when they came over. That's how old I am. Jesus. So, and I still love them. I still love them. Hey, I gotta tell you before I leave, Phillies lost 1-0 in Houston last night. Could not score a run to save their souls. Oh my God, what's wrong with those boys, huh? We need Bryce Harper to come on back, forget about his little wrist or whatever's going on, and come back and play some ball. Yeah, that's what we need. And this Houston place, it's like a house of horrors, isn't it? Since we were down there for the World Series a couple of years ago, it's a nasty place to win a ball game. It's kind of a cool stadium. You know? Did you see the Crawford boxes and the little angles and everything? It's really cool. It's not one of these cookie cutter stadiums where everything is perfect. You know, the lines are 330 each way. The center field is 410, blah, blah, blah. No, it's like quirky, quirky. And they used to, when they first opened that stadium, do you remember this? They used to have like a little hill in center field that the outfielders, if they were chasing a fly ball back to the wall, they would actually have to climb up this hill to get to the wall. I think they put that in just for a challenge for the players. Like it would almost be like if you put like a moat in center field, ringing around the field with alligators, you know? And you're trying to catch a pop fly and you're stepping in the water and an alligator. That's how it is. They wanted these guys to break their necks on the hill. They got rid of that. But, you know, hey, it's still a very quirky place. All right, well, Zach Wheeler pitches tonight. Let's hope he gets a win and evens the series down in Houston. Because after this Houston thing, the Phillies go to Atlanta to play those pesky Braves. Phillies still 1.5 games up in National League East. They're stinging bats. They stink, don't they? They lost 7 in a row until they finally won a game over the weekend, the game I happened to be at last Saturday. And since then, they've lost 3 more in a row, including 2 to Atlanta at home. So the Mets stink, don't they stink? Woo. Oh my God. They've lost like 10 out of 11 games. And I was at the wrong game. Both of them. Anyway. So I think that's about it. Rest in peace, Bobby Sherman. There. Happy birthday, Gene Lockhart. Go Phillies tonight. Beatles music all the time, everywhere. Everybody stay cool, you know? Hey, it's summertime. This is what we wanted. Would you rather, and here's a good question I'll leave you with. Would you rather have a day when it's 100 degrees out and humid, or would you rather have a day when it's like 20 degrees with a wind chill of -2? Which one would you rather have? And you can't cop out and say, no, I don't want to either. I just want a perfect 75-degree day. No, you can't have it. You have to have one or the other. I don't know. Some people say, well, I'd rather have the 100 degrees because you could just take your clothes off. You can jump into a swimming pool. You could drink cold drinks all day, stay in the air conditioning or with fans, and you could lay on a block of ice. You can deal with it. Whereas a 20-degree day with a wind chill of -2, that's tough because you have to put on layer after layer, blankets and clothes, right? I don't know. To me, being 124 years old, like I am, I've had this shit. I don't want it to be from one extreme to another. I want it to be nice. Why can't it be nice? Come on. Oh, I gotta tell you before we went to see this Wyona. Wyona Judd, Monday, 2 years ago. What a voice. What a voice this Wyona has. You know Wyona. She's been around forever. She was part of the Jones, her mom, in the 80s. They had many country hit songs. And sadly, the mom died. And the daughter, Wyona, is on the road. And I tell you what, she's a very pretty lady. She's 61 years old, was Wyona to me. Very pretty. She can belt out those songs. Like she reminds me of Ethel Merman. You remember Ethel Merman? Our God, everything's coming up roses for me and for you. She could really belt it out there, you know. That's how Wyoming is. And she's more country rock. But I tell you what, she was holding back a little bit. She could have really belted out if she wanted to. She didn't want to, but she put on a great show, and she was a lot of fun to see. And she had a very, very loyal following. But some people in the back of us were saying this is the 10th time, 10th time that they're seeing Wyoming in concert. So she if she comes around your area, go see, because she puts on a hell of a show. A hell of a show. This morning I just got tickets to see, never to guess who, the great Canadian band. And I have nothing against Canada. I love Canada. I don't care what that guy says in the White House and the government. Personally, I'm a big fan of Canada. I love Canada. Canadian band called the Guess Who. Late 60s, early 70s, and a lot of good songs. And the lead singer of that group and one of their main songwriters, his name is Burton Cummings. And he is on his own now touring. And he's supposed to hook up with Randy Bachman next year for a tour. Sort of a mini reunion with the Guess Who. But this year, he's by himself. And he's coming to my area, my Castle again, and we just got tickets this morning. Yeah. I mean, think about all the classic songs. American Woman, da 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 da, stay away from me. American Woman, Mama let me be. And he also did She's Come Undone. She da 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 da. I hope I know the word. He's coming out October. Mama, it's too late, she's come undone. He also did These Eyes Cry Every Night for You. What else did he do? Oh, maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land or even give it away when we all live together. Talking about together now, baby. That's going to be, everybody's going to raise their hands and have their flashlights on or their phones, and they're going to be waving it. I can just tell they'll be waving it in the dark. Let's share the land together, huh? Clap for the wolf man. He gonna rage on record high. Clap for the wolf man. You gonna dig him to the day you die. Yes. So anyway, I mean, I don't feel like singing today, I just am in a singing mood. I think after I sign off with you guys, my friends, I'm just going to be singing around the house all freaking day. Whether I'm going to drive Holly and the dogs up the freaking wall all day, I'm going to be singing. Clap for the Wolfman. He's going to make you. And I'll be doing Bobby Sherman. Hey, hey, you've got to come into my world. All right, this is enough. I'm pooped. I needed that. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Peace and love. And I'll see you again soon, huh? We'll talk about more stuff. That's what we do on this channel. We talk about stuff. So, everybody have a good day. Stay cool, whatever you do. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated, okay? And I'll see you again maybe tomorrow, whatever, soon. Go Phils. Bye-bye. Take care, everybody. How do you get out of here? What the hell? I've only been doing this show for like 540. This is like the 545th show or something like that. Hi, Katie. And I still don't know how to turn it in. That's the thing. I get a new computer. I'm not technical sounding at all. And I have to ask Holly, how do you turn it on? Just forget about the gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes and whatever. How do you turn the damn thing on? All right, you all come back down here. I'll see you. And then